What is going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another video. I hope you guys are doing really well today. I'm back for my predicted 11 video against Sunderland, another massive game. Go and check out my match preview if you haven't already for some stats and all of that good stuff. This is basically my opinion on the team that I think will be best suited to play against Sunderland. So let's start with the goalkeeper. You all know who it is, John Ruddy. I think he's been brilliant. I say the same thing every time. You don't need explanation why. Olsen in at left back. I think he was probably our best player away at Crystal Palace, and he's been one of our best players for the past few weeks. I think he's really fitted in well to that left back position, and he's done fantastically well. Now, the centre back position is where things start to change a bit. Because Close looks like he's out injured, which I'm absolutely devastated about. But, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. Swings and roundabouts, you move on. Let's stick Ryan Bennett in there because I think he was exceptional against Crystal Palace. I think he's probably one of our best centre-backs. Discarding Closer out of the equation. I really like Ryan Bennett. He needs to go in there. Now, the other centre-back, do you go for Russell Martin? Do you go for Andre Wisdom, who's played at centre-back for Liverpool? Or do you go for Sebastian Bassong, who's got the most experience and has played the most game time this season at centre-back? For me, you go with Sebastian Bassong. I think he's not the greatest player. He's slow. I don't feel comfortable when he's on the ball, but he's played quite a bit this season. He hasn't been too bad. I don't like Russell Martin at centre-back. I don't think Andre Wisdom's good enough at centre-back. I think being as Bassong played against Crystal Palace, you just kind of need to stick him in there. So obviously Close could still be fit. If Close is fit, you obviously put Close in there, but I don't think he will be, so it's Bassong for me. And then at right back, I'm going with, I'm not too sure about this because I think you need a cool head in there, and I think Russell Martin brings that. I really like Russell Martin's professionalism, but I think Andre Wisdom for me has to go in there. Russell Martin obviously coming off the back of an injury as well. So I think that defence isn't too bad. It's certainly good enough to deal with Sunderland, but having Tim Close out of there is a big miss, and one that I am really gutted about. At left wing, I'm going with Robbie Brady because, well, he's brilliant. Don't think he had his best game against Crystal Palace, missed a few good chances. I'd like to see Brady hit the target a bit more and test the keeper and certainly work the keeper more from free kicks. But I think he's still one of our best players. In the middle, we've got O'Neill, Gary O'Neill. I just don't think you understand. He's got a driving ban. He's better than Zidane. We've got Gary O'Neill. West Ham fans, deal with it that we copied you. Just deal with it, guys. Next to him, Johnny Howson. Lovely little partnership. And then on the right wing, Jarvis has been playing there for a few weeks, and I've stuck up for him. I think he's been... The reason I like Jarvis is because he certainly adds a lot defensively, but I don't think he's good enough going forwards. And for that reason, I'm putting Nathan Redmond in there because we've got an opportunity here to really get in behind Sunderland's wing-backs. They're quick and they're attacking. You catch them on the counter with Redmond's pace, with Brady's pace. That's when you start to cause problems. For me, Redmond isn't going to be as defensive as Jarvis. We might be slightly more open down the right side. But for me, you need to take some risks. And I think Redmond is a good risk to take. I'd love to see Redmond score a few more goals. I think he drags the ball way too much with his shooting. That's something that needs to be worked on. But Redmond always causes problems, and that's a good thing for me. In behind the striker. Now, I think a lot of you might disagree with me. A lot of you might agree with me. I'm not sure. But I haven't been convinced on Stephen Naismith since he come in. I'm not sure what it is. He's got a very tough job. It's tough for him to come into a relegation battle. He hasn't really done much. And for that reason, I'm putting Wes Hoolahan in there because Wes Hoolahan creates things. He gets assists. He cuts open defences. And when you're up against the defensive partnership of, is it Kone and Kabul, you're going to have options where you can really cut them open. And for me, Hoolahan does that well. And then up front, it's Mbakani. I think he's been brilliant for the past 5 games. He bullies defenders. He just does the simple things right. I really like the way Mbakani's been playing recently, aggressively, been getting shots on target. And I don't think Bamford was that good against Crystal Palace. I think the pressure got to him. That's not a reason to completely discard him. I think he's a good substitute option, as well as Cameron Jerome, who can come off the bench. But for me, Mbakani starts. So there's a lot of talking points in here. Who would you start in the centre attacking mid position, Naismith or Houlihan? Would you continue with Jarvis because of his defensive capabilities or stick Redmond in there? And who do you put in the other centre-back position if Close is fit? Because we're all assuming he isn't fit at the moment. Would you put Martin in there? Would you put Wisdom in there? And then would you swap this right-back position? Lots to talk about. That is the team I'm going for, though, and I'm confident that that can beat Sunderland. By the way, please go over to my big cartel store, my merch store, and go and get one of these mugs. They're like a tenner. Not only do you get a mug, free stickers, and 50p off, you'll also be able to support the channel because these aren't free to run YouTube channels. I invest a lot of time and money, and a little bit of revenue to put back into the channel will help endlessly, and you'll see the results with better quality videos, more time being able to be invested, and all of that good stuff. So you get a mug, you get some stickers for under a tenner, and you help me out big time. So go and get that now. Links will be in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon. Peace out.